of all, we're going to start, ladies first, we're going to start with Corinne. So Corinne, briefly, how old are you and what challenges have you faced at school?
Well, I'm 16 years old, and so far I've faced challenges with pressures of birthdays, basically, and most recently wanting to join the marching band, and that took a lot of time away from the meetings and field service attendance, and basically a brother told me that if I did this, I would not be in the same state that I'm in now, in the position that I am now, and I'm so thankful to him that he gave me that advice.
Okay, and Marvin, same question. How old are you and what challenges have you faced?
I'm 13 years old, and I always get pressured about the celebrating holidays and also playing violent video games.
Okay. And now, Brother Perez, you're the only one that's been baptized of the three, so it's a slightly different situation. But if you could tell me your age and some of the particular pressures you face.
Well, I'm 15 years old, and a lot of people wonder about our religion because we go door to door. So they have a lot of questions. So, eventually I start to feel restricted or held back from things that they can do, but I can't do.
Yeah, thank you. Nice, honest comments all the way across the board. I really appreciate that. So let's go back to Corinne. Now, I think you already touched on it a little bit, but you said you wanted to talk a little bit more about that experience, I think. So how did that play out?
Well, basically, I had practices that I was going to in general first, so they were a couple days a week, and basically everybody was wondering why aren't you doing it, and I basically said that I had more important things to do than this. I had things that were going to last a long time than just now, than just today.
Very nice. Now, Marvin, how have your parents helped you to meet the challenges we talked about earlier?
Well, when my band teacher threatened me into saying that if I didn't go to the Christmas concert, that he'll lower my grade, well, I told him that I learned my own beliefs, and my parents helped me reason with him, and he understood.
Okay, nice. And how about you, Chris? How have your parents helped you out with the different challenges you come across?
Well, our family study is a big help because depending on our needs as a family, it depends on what we study. So, for instance, like last week, we studied an article about Christmas and the history behind it. So, since Christmas is coming out, people are going to wonder why I'm celebrating. So, so now I'm even more prepared to answer your question.
Excellent. Very good. And now, this is when I didn't kingdom, but I told you I was going to ask you this. Did you have a favorite scripture and why? Let's start with Corinne.
Well, my favorite scripture was Psalms 71, verse 3.
Give us a chance to get there. We want to hear it. If it's that important to you, we've got to hear it. Psalm 71:3, good.
It says, become for me a rock fortress where I can always enter, give the command to save me, for you are my pride and my stronghold. And that just really, it really impresses upon me that I can go to Jehovah for anything, and that he's always going to be by my side to protect me.
Very nice. And now, Marvin, I think Alex called you Melvin earlier, right? But just to be clear, it's Marvin Silva. What was that favorite scripture you had?
My favorite scripture was Psalm 11, verse 5.
So read that for us and then tell us why you like this scripture.
It says that Jehovah himself examines the righteous one and the wicked one, and if anyone loves violence, he certainly hates. And so what I learned from that is in order to please God, I have to not play with violent games.
Okay, good lesson learned, right? And then Chris, what scripture came to mind when you thought of the ones that really meant something to you?
Galatians 6, 7, and 8. It says, do not be misled, God is not one to be mocked. But whatever a person is sowing, this he will also reap. Because the one sowing with a view to his flesh will reap corruption from his flesh. But the one sowing with a view to the Spirit will reap everlasting life from the Spirit. I like this text because clearly says what you reap is what you sow. And if you're living a double life, you're only fooling yourself and not Jehovah. Because the person who's doing the right thing will have everlasting life.
Now, just as we're on the question part of this still, I just thought I'd ask, is there anything we talked about on the phone that you wanted to talk about and I forgot to ask you the question? Okay, anything that just came to your mind up on stage, you might not get this opportunity again. Okay, very good. So on behalf of our congregation and also the elder body, a couple of comments I wanted to share with you specifically, but also to the other young ones. We thank you for having you here. And I'm going to give you 2 assignments going forward, okay? The first is to be young. We don't expect you to be miniature circuit overseers and miniature missionaries right now, okay? We want you to be serious about the truth, but we want you to have fun. We want you to giggle. We want you to talk to your friends, stay up late. We want you to go visit people in other congregations, get to know the spiritual family that we have. Ecclesiastes 11, 6 and 9. This may not always come across as counsel or advice, but there's no mistaking what this word means. Ecclesiastes 11, and actually we'll just look at verse 9. Very first word. Rejoice, young man, while you are young. Let your heart be glad in the days of your youth. And we could put in there, young woman also. We want you to be happy. We don't want you to feel like you're getting the short end of the stick by being Jehovah's Witnesses. And we're happy. We really are. Now, and you probably thought I was only going to give you 1 assignment, but actually I have another one for you too. We haven't had as many young people in this congregation for many years. So we're facing a funny situation. The younger ones, they don't look at myself, Brother Thomas, some of the other elders, and try to imitate us. They don't, because we're too old, right? Especially a few of them. But but you know who looks at you? Now, someone Marvin's age is going to look at someone Chris's age, and they're going to learn from you, right? How to behave at the Kingdom Hall, how to behave in the ministry, how to enjoy life, and how to be real when they serve Jehovah. And just going down the list of brothers, you know, it starts with like your Christians, your Alejandros, then it goes down to Marvin, Ariel, Jeroy, Caleb, Andrew, Michael, Johnny, all the way down to little Dario, is that right? And then on the girl side, we start with Corinne, Karina, Karen, Julia, Ashley, Valentina, Caitlin. I know there's some I'm forgetting, all the way down to little Kaylin. So do you see how that works? There's generations of kids, and what we expect you to do is set the example. Reach for the one below you. Be friends with them. You know, not just the example, but be friends. Two different things, okay? So you can do that? I'm gonna hold you to it, okay? And I just want to mention one thing. This is not part of this part, but just something that kind of came to mind. You might have noticed a couple of those names that you didn't even know who they were. You know does everyone know who Kaylin is? Does everyone know who Karen is? Our congregation has grown so fast that people are moving in so fast that many don't know who they are. So I just want to mention a few people who have moved into our congregation so you know that they're officially with us. Miguel Ramos, Nellie Makata, her daughter Karen, Ian and Sunny McClendon, their baby Kaylin, and our sister Joanna, and there might be some others. So if I didn't mention you, I apologize. We don't normally do this, but I just want to make sure you know they are with us now. They're in our congregation. So I'm going to circle the wagons. Now, thank you so much for all your comments, and I know you had to think about it, pray about it.
Joe.
Now I want to give our attention to Brother Jason Harris. And here's the part. Study of Draw Close to Jehovah